Is your bank account about to get a welcome boost this Easter? Millions of DWP benefit claimants across the UK are set to receive increased payments starting this month. But are you one of the lucky ones who'll see that extra cash before the Easter holiday weekend? The April 2025 benefits uprating has officially kicked in, and while many will be celebrating this small but significant 7% increase, the timing couldn't be more complicated. With Easter bank holidays approaching, payment schedules are shifting, leaving many wondering, when exactly will I see this money? And how much more will I actually get? 3 specific benefits are first in line for this payment boost. But the Easter holiday weekend is creating a payment date puzzle that's left many claimants confused about exactly when they'll receive their increased amounts. If you're on income support, job seekers allowance, or employment and support allowance, you'll want to pay close attention, because your payment date might be coming sooner than you expected, and you don't want to miss the details on exactly how much more you'll be receiving. With legacy benefits being phased out and universal credit migration letters landing on doormats nationwide, these payment changes are happening during a critical transition period for the UK benefits system. Could this be one of the last payment increases for these specific benefits before they disappear completely? Before we dive into all the essential details you need to know about these payment changes, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest updates on benefit changes, payment dates, and critical DWP announcements that could affect your finances. Let's start with the basics. The Department for Work and Pensions has implemented a 7% increase across most benefits starting from Monday, April 7, 2025. This might seem like a modest rise, but in the current economic climate, every additional pound matters for households struggling with living costs. The 3 benefits that will see this increase first are income support, job seekers allowance, JSA, and employment and support allowance, ESA. What makes these benefits unique is that they're typically paid on a fortnightly basis, which creates a specific payment pattern that's now intersecting with the Easter holiday weekend. For those who received their regular payment on Monday, April 7th, you would normally expect your next payment exactly 2 weeks later on Monday, April 21st. However, and this is crucial to understand, April 21st is Easter Monday, a bank holiday when payments cannot be processed. This means your payment will arrive early, specifically on Thursday, April 17th, the day before Good Friday. This early payment will include the new increased amount. So what exactly are the new payment amounts? For single claimants on these benefits, weekly rates have increased from £90.50 to £92.05, an additional £1.55 per week. For couples, the weekly rate has risen from £142.25 to £144.65, giving an extra £2.40 weekly. When paid fortnightly as is standard for these benefits, single claimants will now receive £184.10, up from £181, while couples will get £289.30, up from £284.50. It's worth noting that those on ESA who are in the support group, meaning they aren't required to prepare for or look for work due to their health condition or disability, receive an additional component on top of the basic rate. This support group component has increased from £47.70 to £48.50 per week. This brings their total weekly payment to £140.55 for single claimants and £193.15 for couples. When paid fortnightly, these amounts translate to £281.10 and £386.30 respectively. However, not everyone will see this increase before Easter. The timing depends entirely on your personal payment schedule. You need to have a payment period that begins 2 clear weeks after April 7th for the increase to apply. So if your last payment was on, for example, April 9th, you won't see the increase until your next regular payment on April 23rd, after the Easter weekend. This payment increase comes during a significant transition period for the UK benefits system. Income support, income-based JSA, and income-related ESA are all legacy benefits currently being phased out as part of the government's long-term plan to move everyone onto universal credit. The DWP is sending out migration notice letters to all remaining claimants of these benefits, with the expectation that all notices will be issued by December 2025. Once you receive one of these migration letters, you'll have 3 months to make the switch to universal credit. This means that these legacy benefits are expected to be completely phased out by April 2026, the start of the next financial year. 2 other legacy benefits, working tax credit and child tax credit, have already been abolished as of April 5 this year. It's important to understand that contribution-based benefits, known as New Style, JSA and ESA, which depend on your national insurance contribution record, won't be affected by this migration to universal credit. However, they are subject to the same 1.7% payment increase. Additionally, if you're claiming both universal credit and these contribution-based benefits, the amounts from New Style JSA or ESA will be deducted in full from your universal credit payment. Looking ahead, there are more changes on the horizon. The government is proposing to merge New Style JSA and New Style ESA into a brand new scheme called unemployment insurance as part of its pathways to work reforms. This represents yet another significant shift in how working age benefits are structured and delivered. For those concerned about future support, it's worth noting that the current 1.7% increase is below the rate of inflation we've seen in recent years, which has put significant pressure on household budgets. However, it does represent an acknowledgement that benefit rates need to rise to help people cope with the increased cost of living. To summarize the key points, if you're on income support, JSA, or ESA and received your last payment on April 7th, your next payment with the increased amount will arrive early on Thursday, April 17th instead of Easter Monday. The increase amounts to 1.7%, bringing single-person weekly rates to £92.05 and couple rates to £144.65, with additional amounts for those in the ESA support group. Remember that these legacy benefits are being phased out, with all claimants expected to move to universal credit by April 2026. If you haven't yet received a migration letter, you can expect one by December 2025, giving you 3 months to make the transition. As we navigate these changes to the benefits system, staying informed is crucial. Payment dates, amounts, and eligibility criteria can all shift, particularly around holiday periods. The Easter weekend is bringing both a payment date change and the first opportunity to see the April 2025 uprating for many claimants. If you're unsure about how these changes affect your specific situation, contacting the DWP directly is always the best course of action. Each person's circumstances are unique, and personalized advice is invaluable during benefit transitions. Thanks for watching this update on the DWP payment increases ahead of Easter 2025. If you found this information helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with anyone you know who might benefit from these important details. Don't forget to subscribe for more timely updates on benefits, payments, and financial support information. Drop a comment below if you have any questions or experiences to share about these payment changes, and we'll see you in the next video.